Hi guys, it's the Bear here again. Thanks for joining me. This is just a really quick video to take you through a DD problem I had. I'm a big fan of DD hammocks and DD equipment, and I've never had a problem with the hammocks themselves, the whoopee sling suspension that I have. It's all DD. I love DD. I'm not saying anything bad about DD. Awesome delivery times, awesome products, except for one thing. The DD Top Quilt. So here it is. I've actually modified this, but I'll just show you what it looks like. It's the DD Hammock Quilt. You can get off the website. It's about £45 plus postage and packaging. I paid about £50 from Amazon. And you can see it's just a green synthetic fibre top quilt for the hammock. And the top quilt is the second most important piece of hammocking equipment. The first for me is always going to be my underquilt. You've heard me talk about that quite a bit. So I was a bit disappointed when I finally got this after paying so much money, only to find that it didn't work. You see, straight off the bat, I read the reviews. I did what every normal person does when they come to buying equipment. You see what other people have said, and everybody said the same. It'll do in about 7 degrees down to 0, which is a blatant lie. You're all liars. I had this at 7 degrees. I froze to death. I was in 6 layers of clothing and I froze to death with just the DD Top Quilt. Think about when you're reviewing these things, people. Think about it. Anyway, being the crafty person that I am and not wanting to pay any more money for any more top quilts, I thought I'd modify it. So what we've got is the DD Hammock Top Quilt, and then inside I've added my own inner layer. Right, so this is what it looks like now. There on top is your DD Hammock Top Quilt on my nice settee. And what I have done is use one of my favourite items. Let me take you to it. These are fantastic. I get them from the range. They're about £1 for this bag. You can just see if it zooms in enough. Self-sealing snap eyelets. Easy to use, tough durable plastic. Ideal for ground sheets, tents, awnings, car and roof rack covers, boat covers and much more, including dodgy hammock quilts. You can see you get a bag of about 10, and they come, go on, zoom in camera, focus, there you go. They come in like halves. You can just see like little Oreo biscuits. And you separate the two halves, and there's a little rubber washer in there. Take the washer off if you're doing thick fabric. You just need to punch a hole in your fabric big enough to get your finger through, and that'll fit that round bit in. Once you do that, press them really hard together till they click, and they'll never come apart unless you have to get an actual knife in there and prise them apart. They are fantastic. I keep buying these every time I see them. I've used them on all sorts, especially dodgy top quilts. And this is what's going on underneath when I turn it over. The difference between a top quilt and a sleeping bag when hammocking is not specifically the shape. The shape is identical to a mummy bag with a footbox. And that's the key bit. You lose all the fabric if you switch to a mummy bag. Well, this is even better because on the DD, the design's fine with the DD. It's just the fabric's not enough to warrant the £50. And if you're going to be out in winter like I am, even summer, some summer nights, you're just not going to be warm in this alone. But it's a great design. It has little poppers to make your foot box up to whatever height you want. So I've got my foot box there, and as we work up, it splays out. And here's what I've done. I've taken an old mummy bag that I had. This is flimsy. There's almost nothing to it. It's all synthetic fibre. It was absolutely useless when I went wild camping with it. But now I've made it into something useful. But you can see the DD one there. Again, it's just thin. It's not going to be enough in this kind of weather, not British weather. So, let me take you through what I've done, instead of rambling on about how bad the quilt is. So what we need to do is focus on what exactly I've done here. If you just come down and look, you can see my eyelets have made their appearance. And what I've done is took this old mummy bag fitted it into the foot box and found out, gratefully, that they're exactly the same shape, which makes my job easier. And then as I've worked my way up, I've just pierced the fabric and put my eyelet through both of them and snapped them shut. So it's like a rivet. And I've worked my way up to the top and I've put another one in. I don't need any tools to do this, just a knife will do. Just don't stab yourself in the hand. But you can see, hello. You can see what I've done there. I've just used them as rivets to fasten them together. And same at the other end. Just fasten them together. So I've got this double layer going on. And then the brilliant thing is, I like to have a hood over my face at times. If it gets cold during the night, I like to kind of pull this over my face. And this is absolutely perfect. It's in the right place as well. It's a happy accident. And then in the middle of that, near the hood, because I know I'm going to be pulling on it a bit, I've put another fastener. I'm going to show you how it works when I get in and why it's better than a sleeping bag. Imagine my hammock. I'm sat on the edge. I just want to be able to get my feet in there without any trouble. And there I go straight away. I'm in both my sleeping bags. I've not had to muck about. I get in my sleeping bag and in my hammock. Just pull this around me and I can tuck these under myself in the hammock. And there you go. Like I said, sometimes at night I want to cover my face because there's a cold breeze on it. I just get my hood. And there I am. What I've done as well, I've just pulled my second sleeping bag out of the foot box just to stop them from escaping each other. I've just tied them together. There's a little tab at the end. And what I can do then is just shove that in. And then it makes less fuss. It's not difficult to get in at all. But you can see this is just an old sleeping bag. No, it's just useless. I mean, it's just so thin. I've just stuffed that in. And this has been tested and it flipping well works. And there you go. It's as simple as that. I tried this the other day. It got down to about 6 degrees. I was absolutely toasty warm in just my base layer, my medium layer, and then a fleece over the top. My feet were never cold because I've got this system now with that method. You've got the DD Top Quilt on top. You've got this secondary sleeping bag underneath, so you've got a chamber of hot air. So it's doing like the underquilt. You're getting a double bit of protection because you've got this nice chamber of warm air that's trapped in. So I'll be using that loads. It only weighs about 1.6 grams combined. You've got 0.8 on the DD tarp, so that's 800 grams, plus 800 grams for the mummy sleeping bag I've used. 1.6 grams. Most 4-season sleeping bags weigh upwards of 2 to 3 kilos. So this is a fantastic thing. I recommend you do it if you have the same problem I have. Maybe you bought the DD Top Quilt and you were disappointed too. Get to Tesco's, get to the Range, get to any of these shops, get some of those and make your own. Really did work and I'm really looking forward to using it through winter. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking an interest as well. I really do enjoy doing these videos. So like, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you next time.